What's up, you guys? This is Kicking It with Blair, and today I have a couple of beautiful ladies that's going to share their opinion and advice on what to do in negative situations and relationships. And this is all stemming from abusive, toxic relationships because on average, there's nearly 20 people per minute that are physically abused by their intimate partners in the United States. So we're going to have an open discussion about it. But first, I'm going to have the ladies introduce themselves. One by one. Go ahead, ladies.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cameron. I am I'm graduating senior psychology major at the illustrious Bowie State University. And also, if you guys want to check me out on Instagram, it is lovely_Cameron, LOVELY_KAMRYN.
Hi guys, I'm Tide. I'm a nursing major in my final year. I am going to Miss Concordia University, finishing up there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And yeah, it's a little bummer.
Hello guys, my name is INCITE. I am a senior at King University, and y'all can follow me at Infinite8x14.
All right, ladies, let's go ahead and get into it. First, since we're talking about abusive or toxic relationships, we know what's been trending in the media. So we'll go ahead and I want you guys to tell me your thoughts and feelings on the Megan and Tory situation with him shooting her butt.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Okay. That situation was very crazy because everybody on social media was trying to figure out who shot her foot, who shot her, and you was trying to figure out everything. But man, that man is so short. Like, what the hell?
It'd be the smallest ones for all the little tempers now, honey. I must say.
It's called the short people syndrome.
Okay.
I love short people. I'm just saying. Man.
But I definitely. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I definitely feel like the first day that the story broke, it was like chaos because especially Megan Thee Stallion's fan base is big, so you have like hotties attacking, trying to figure out, playing FBI, trying to figure out, oh, was it because Kylie was present? Oh, was it, did she have an incident with Tory? Just kind of trying to piece things together. So it was chaos that first day. I feel like as the weeks kind of progressed, things kind of started to come to light, things that was very unexpected because the whole Tory thing, I mean, I didn't see it coming because he had so much going on, especially during the quarantine.
We are back in full effect. Quarantine radio, we are back.
It was just so nice. It was something that just I didn't see coming, honestly, especially from him. I didn't see that coming from. So, I mean, that's what I kind of just, grasped from that whole little incident.
Yeah, it was crazy when that happened because no one expected it.
Right.
Like when that story broke out, people were like, Tory? And especially since he was popping during this whole quarantine with his IG show, it's insane because no one would have ever expected that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it was a shock that they were even a thing, It was a shock at first for me.
Girl.
And then, when she actually, because, when everything first happened, there was no confirmation on any end.
Right.
And there's still no confirmation or story from Tory, but we know Megan Thee Stallion, she did put a piece out on how, what had happened that night in her, her story.
Yeah, I think if anything, Tory Lanez, his publicist got him on lock. He better not open his mouth because the smallest thing he said can make this whole thing go super left, super quick. I think he was right.
But at the end of the day, he can't say nothing because everything, even though we don't really know what's going on because we all still clueless, we just know that she just confirmed that he did shot her and that was it. It's still he looked really, really bad. Like everybody is, nah.
But I mean,
nobody's listening to his music anymore, even though his song,
I don't know about that. I don't know about all that because
people are trying to cancel his ass, cancel him.
I guess that's a conversation for a different day because that whole cancel culture, girl, everybody like to do what they want to do with whoever they want to do it with. They got their peoples they gonna cancel, and they got them people that they gonna just kind of waddle on back to. But that's a conversation for a different day. We ain't gonna be on that.
Okay. I mean, we'll just go into the next question, okay, ladies?
Okay.
What do you believe women can do to avoid domestic situations? Or do you believe they're unavoidable?
think that's
like they should be able to spot the first red flags. Because I feel like women, they spot red flags, but then they just like avoid it. They're like, oh, you know, maybe he's different. Maybe I can change him. But you can't change everybody. So I feel like it's just addressing like the wrongs like at first, and you know, just confronting that whole situation, you know, because men, they really feel like they can get away with so many things because society allows it. But I feel like they need to be put in their place. And not all men. There are good men out there, but there are just some things that men just have to stop getting away with, you know?
Yo, for real. And I really totally agree with everything that you said. I feel as though that this society, even from like Adam and Eve, men just really think that they have the right to do whatever they want to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like they think they have to have a woman and own that woman, and that woman have to do everything that they you know, say. Or if you don't have a man, you look frowned upon, or like you get paid less, you get this. So I feel as though that since this day and age, not even just the day and age, since the society is making it seem like men is so strong and powerful, which they are not, they think that they can do whatever they want to us. And when they do whatever they want to us, when we go and cry for help, we never get the help that we receive, especially us Black women. Like, it's really, really sad that we have to go through things like this all the time and be afraid and always have to watch out red flags. Like, why do we have, I mean, it's good to do that, but it's just like, why? It's so sad that we have to. That's what I'm trying to say. It's sad.
Yeah, and even with the whole Megan and Tory thing, it's crazy because right after she had came out with the fact that he shot her, many people, mostly men, they were like, "Oh, she's a snitch. Why is she snitching?"
Well, we gonna touch on that.
That's crazy.
Yes.
But
Well,
oh, sorry. Did you want to go?
No, go ahead. You go first.
Okay, so as far as if, you know, abusive relationships are avoidable, I definitely don't think they are, because maybe, you know, certain situations, maybe you weren't able to see that person before you guys established a relationship. Maybe you weren't able to see that person at their bottom, you know, or like completely pissed off. Because me personally, I feel like if you've never seen somebody upset, like genuinely like upset, you shouldn't even be talking about, hey, let's go into a relationship. That's how I feel personally. So, but I don't think it's an avoidable thing just because, you know, like you said, people don't, I mean, some people change. Some people just kind of are always like this. So maybe in the early stage, if you are, like I said, if you do catch those red flags and you're able to say, okay, you know, I'm just going to walk away from it completely and just drop everything that has to do with it, then kudos to you, but not all the time. Like because child, sometimes the red flags be looking a little orange, child. They be looking a little orange. So I mean, you can't really, especially if it's somebody that you actually care about or somebody that you like. So it's not easily set and done. But you know, us women, we have a little moments. So.
We do sometimes, and then that's my thing, and I agree with some situations I feel like are unavoidable, but as women, we do sometimes have to hold people accountable. There, you know, 9 times out of 10, there's some flags before it gets to that point of violence, you know. So, you know, let's not make excuses for these guys. If they're threatening you or anything like that, you know, you got to put that into play. Like, he said he would smack me. Honey. Is he going to smack me the next time he gets mad? You know, so it's little things like that we do have to be mindful of. Anybody else have anything to say about this question?
Lastly, to say that's not a word. I don't care. But I do want to say that men friends need to start holding their own friends accountable. I don't care if that's not your business. At the end of the day, if my friends would do something that they shouldn't have done, I would like at least let them know, like, now you shouldn't have done that, because now that person probably think A, B, and C about you, or you know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
If that is your friend and you know that he is doing something that he is not supposed to do, you know that you would never do it, you need to say something to him. Be like, look, bruh, you can't, don't be scary, because you can fight him. Women can't. So it's just like, even if he gets upset and try to fight you, at least he's fighting you instead of a woman that can't even.
It's so passionate. I love it.
You know what, Cameron? You know what situation this makes me think of? Goodness, the boxer Gervonta. in his baby mom situation when he jacked her up and she was sitting with the guy
in front of everybody. Like,
it's just like, you know, I'm a human being at the end of the day. You're gonna treat me as such. You don't get to put your hands on me like that, rough me up, and then we're in a room full of people. Everybody. Nobody's gonna say nothing. I mean, I know he's a boxer.
No, that wasn't even a room. That was filled with 1,000 people, and that is just like, why would you even put yourself into that type of predicament? Now people gonna think like, oh, now he a woman abuser. You know what I'm saying? Look at Chris Brown. His whole entire life changed after that Rihanna incident. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, y'all need to think about yourselves too. Like, if a woman, women should not also put their hands on men too. I don't know why some of us think that.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. I don't know why we think we're invincible, but we can't be doing that. We can't. Men that's gonna think
exactly.
That if they do that, then let me do it. Or there's some men that really just don't even want to put their hands on a woman, but the woman feels the need to put their hands on him, and that's right. Too. But we're gonna still talk about the men though right
now. Yeah. Okay, so the next question, ladies, is, you know, in a friend position, seeing your friend in an abusive relationship, what do you believe you could do to help? Or do you feel like, okay, maybe that's not my place, or am I overstepping boundaries? What would you do? Or what would your advice be to girls out there who have friends that are in abusive relationships?
Yeah, I feel like it is always someone's place to step in, no matter what, because, like, God forbid, like, that abusive situation could turn into someone, like, killing you. Like, I feel like if you choose not to step in, you could just, like, I don't know, contact the police, contact somebody else if you don't want to get into it yourself. But, you know, always try to help out that person, because God forbid, like, no one knows what could happen. Yeah.
Sorry.
I
didn't want to interject, and she was like,
go ahead, Tade.
I would say that, you know, as a friend, that you do have a responsibility to, well, me personally, maybe this is just me, but you have a responsibility to protect your friend. You know, I'm not going to see my friend in a position where they're being mentally, you know, physically abused, and I'm just kind of sitting there in the limelight, just kind of like, oh, okay, well, when she's ready to go, then I guess, you know, I'll allow her to come to me and be like, I'm ready to leave that situation. But me personally, I definitely feel like I said, step in, let, you know, voice how you feel, voice your opinion. Don't allow things to just be done to that friend and you just kind of just dust it under the rug, because either it happens all the time or you're just tired of hearing about it. So you just gonna kind of let them kind of flow. But definitely step in. And yeah, that's just how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, look, I can't say step in, like, that's all we can do. But at the end of the day, we've seen so many movies, we've read so many books, we've seen just a lot of things that happen when there are people in abusive relationships. They don't leave unless somebody is going. I'm not trying to say everybody's like this. There's some women that are strong enough to leave. There's some men that are strong enough to leave. But it's really hard, because what does that say? It's not a saying, but they always say they are afraid. They're always afraid to leave because they know that person's going to kill them. Mm-hmm. So we as a friend, you don't want to see your friend going through that. But at the end of the day, yes, you could tell them several times, but they're not going to hear you. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to keep on doing what they feels best, staying there with that person, because they're scared for their freaking life until they finally get the courage to leave. And we can be the backbones and be like, look, yes, you know that I'm always here for you. Or when it's something really, really bad going down, like, I'm a phone call away. But at the end of the day, we can say as much as we want, but their minds are already made up if they want to be with that person or if they don't. Now, it is really, really hard. Like I said, it's hard. It is super duper hard. But it's nothing that it's a bigger situation than the friends. It's a really big situation. And yes, you can be the backbone, but all I can say is, friends, don't be frustrated if that one person do not want to follow your commands of, like, hey, I'm really trying to help you. You got to understand from their viewpoint that, look, I honestly can't do it right now. He's going to kill me, or he's going to do something to my kids, or he's going to do something, you know what I'm saying, something crazy. Yeah. And you have to understand that and just step back for a little moment until they handle their situation to flee somewhere. You know what I'm saying? it's a really big situation, and it's hard. It's really hard to see somebody go through it, but
yeah. I think this is a tough question because like you touched on, Cameron, there's certain situations where you know it's hurting you as a friend to see your friend in this position, and you want to help and you want her to want better or do better or get out of that situation, but sometimes they're not ready to leave.
Yeah.
And then another thing that you touched on, Ice, is the only scary part about that is it's like, okay, if I gotta lay back, okay, I gotta lay back. But at the same time, the next time he put her hands on her, it could go too far to the point where her life is gone. So it's just one of those things where it's like, it's really tough. But there's organizations out there to help women in these type of situations, and I'm going to drop that in the comments below. So if you have a friend with that situation, it's hard, but seek a little further assistance on that.
can I say something also? And yes, it's like Blair said, it's hard to see your friend going through that, but you can put yourself in that situation right with their situations too, where he's like, you know what, since this person wants to, intrude in my situation, I'm going to kill her as well, or I'm going to hurt her too. So I'm not trying to say don't help your friend. Do as much as you can, but we all know that person, if he is that strong enough to hurt your friend, he's going to hurt you too. I'm quite sure he's going to hurt you too. So it's just like, it's also you pushing yourself back, but also trying to be there for that person, but also protect yourself too in that situation as well.
Yeah, that's very true. And I feel like it's very important for like male friends to step up, because I don't know what it is about this generation, but I feel like men aren't protective of women like they used to be. So I feel like it's very important for any male to step in, because they're the only ones who can handle another male. So
I mean, not necessarily, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, as far as protecting yourself from a man, I mean, I'm big on, being like women having guns. I'm very big on that. Like any type of protection, I'm very big on that, because it's,
legally, ladies, legally.
Yeah, right. Right, of course, legally. But I mean, at the end of the day, you have to be able to defend yourself, especially being a woman around this time right now, especially being a Black woman. Like protecting yourself, I feel like has always been, to me personally, you should always have some type of protection. And yes, I do think, pepper spray and tasers. Yeah, but honey, get you a gun. Girl, get you a gun. So that's how I feel about it. So.
Okay. So the next question is, I think a lot of these situations kind of focus on, well, first, men are manipulative. So that comes into play too. Sometimes we convince ourselves, okay, like we've mentioned several times, that, if I don't do this, or if I do leave, even though I don't like being here, or I don't like having a black eye on Monday and Thursday, he's going to hurt me more, or whatever the case may be. But my next question is, what does self-worth mean to you guys? And do you think it's important? Does it play a big role in situations like this? Ding, ding.
What to say? Self-worth is supposed to be your number one thing that is on top of your list. You are the person that's supposed to be happy. You cannot be happy and then try to find another person, because that's when you find a person that is going to hurt you, or that's just going to hurt you internally and just going to mess you up even more. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Like, put yourself first. Love yourself first. And it is okay to be single. I tell my friends all the time, it is okay to be single, to go and eat food by yourself, enjoy your time, invest in it, because there are some people that might like that energy and they will try to take that energy away from you because they see how amazing it is. And that's the worst part. You are worth more than what you think. We are beautiful, strong, educated, amazing Black women that nobody can never take from us. You heard me? And when I mean that, people will see your energy and they'll try to take it because they're like, oh yeah, she's shining too bright. Don't let nobody do that. So if you see a man that is not held to your standards, then it's okay to be single until that right man will come, because we all know the Lord. The Lord made us a perfect person. Okay, you're always trying to settle yourself less because you know that you're above and beyond that.
Yes, amazing.
I had to.
Well, for me, I feel like self-worth is definitely, you know, your morals that you have, being able to like look in the mirror and say that I love this person, or I love who this person is becoming, who this person is transforming into, you know. You have to be able to expect for somebody, you can't expect for somebody to come into your life and of course, yes, they're adding happiness, but you want them to just add to what you already have. So you should already be happy with who you are. You should already be happy with what you're doing. You should already be happy with what you're, you know, what you're going towards. So allowing somebody to come into your life, you just want them to enhance what you already have and just kind of expand on that. So, I mean, like Cam said, you know, it's okay to be single. It's okay. You don't got to run into nothing. You know, the Lord has that man waiting in the wing, child, whenever you decide to drop him off. But it's just really important that you're able to be happy with yourself and be able to just take it all in and just love your own space and just love you before adding anybody else into that. So that's how I feel about it.
Yes, I definitely agree with you guys. You have to be happy with yourself, and you also have to take care of your mental health, physical health, you know, do anything that makes you happy, whether that involves like traveling, I don't know, eating food, and anything really, everything is important to I don't know, keep up with your existence, you know?
Yeah.
You just have to be happy within yourself, because no
Mm-hmm.
one can do that for you.
Period. Okay. Real quick,
Agreed.
I'm about to say something, but picking off of what I said, do more things that you love. Like if you like, you know, doing a little garden, make a garden. If you want to take more baths with wine and bath salts, do it. If you like to dance in your room naked, do that. Build your sexiness, lady. Okay, do whatever you want to do. No, but for real, like dancing in the mirror naked will build your confidence up more. So it's just like do all those things that you love. If you like working out, do it. Do everything that is for you, not for nobody else. And
Yes, I mean, you guys kind of wrap that up in a nutshell. More importantly, ladies, to take from this is learn to love yourself first. Once you master that, everything should be good to go. And standards, you know, I feel like, listen, that's another thing, having these standards. Set your bar up high or to what you think you deserve. And if they can't reach that bar, we're not gonna drop our bar for them.
Right.
No.
We're
gonna keep it up. And this goes back to our self-worth. But to our next question, what advice would you give to women that puts their hands on men?
Don't do it. For what? Like, he's bigger than you. He could beat you. Sorry. He could beat you.
To do it.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. If you feel like you're going to have to hit him, just get out of the relationship or just go to therapy.
Yeah. There are a lot of women that has like anger issues. You know, there's women that's bipolar, same reason how there's men that is bipolar, but there is women that is bipolar and has anger issues and tend to lash out. But at the end of the day, if you notice that your man is respectful enough to not put his hand back on you, because some women be asking for it. I'm sorry, ladies. Like off of Marriage Boot Camp, when Tahiri had the audacity to throw hard apples, darted at his face, and then get mad and surprised when he tried to choke out, but she probably wasn't even tight on her neck. Was probably just trying to shake her up like, look, woman, don't do that. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. But it's just like, just don't do anything if you don't want nothing reciprocated back, the same energy back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Agreed. I feel like just like it's not right for men to put their hands on you, it's not right for you to put your hands on him either. And when it gets to the point where both of y'all feel like y'all have to be violent, you're not the one for each other. Because if you have to love your partner enough to know that that's just a no. That's not going to happen. So women, as women, I feel like we have to remember we're not going to put our hands on them because we don't want them to forget who they are and hit us back.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
and I feel like I feel like if you guys both have mutual respect for each other, if you guys both know how to communicate with each other, it should never get to that point.
right.
So
Now, like if it's like play fighting, it's play fighting. You guys are in like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all in playful mode. Now there is sometimes where some women can't really play fight for real because, you know, some, or not just women, men can't, but well, we all know men always be playing. But some people get too serious. If you know that your partner is a serious person and they, you know, don't really like play fighting, don't do it. But if you know that your partner is playful and they don't mind it, do it. You know, it's all about knowing your partner also. If you notice that that person is getting serious and also want to keep on hitting you when she's mad, then you're just going to have to get up and either talk some sense into her. Look, I don't really like, you know, communication is key. But if she's not responding, if she's not paying attention to what you're saying, because basically what you're telling her is your boundaries. If she's not doing that, then you need to go to the next person that will respect you and never put her hands on you. Okay?
100%.
Okay. So, next I want to get into, I don't want women to get discouraged for running to the police or running to help, running to organizations that are set to help women in these situations just because we saw all the backfire that Megan received from just admitting to the world that, yes, this man shot me, you know, things got turned left and he shot me. There's no excuse for shooting nobody. There's no excuse for putting their hands on nobody. And you're not a snitch. You're none of that just because you're going to seek help or you're trying to get there, you know. So you guys can put your input on how you feel about when that had happened, about them calling her a snitch for just stating what happened.
I felt like that just proved the fact that Black women are just not protected because she's the one that got shot. How is she the one to blame? How are you guys seeing any sort of wrong with her instead of what Tori did? Like Tori is the one that should be ridiculed, not her. She's the victim here, you know? Yeah. So it just proves furthermore that, you know, Black women, we really put everyone ahead of us, but in the end, no one is really there for us but us. So
yeah, like piggyback off what I said, it's really hard to be famous, man. I'm not a famous person, so I wouldn't know. But I know that all your business is always on the limelight. And I personally hate people knowing my business. I like to be, you know, only the people that I, you know, trust should know my stuff. So when you're famous, that got to be hard, especially like Megan, she lost basically her main family, her mom. Didn't she lose her dad? Her dad passed away, or
her dad and her grandmother.
See, she lost her main people. So when something like that, first of all, you get shot by either a person that was supposed to be your friend or a person that you're supposed to be messing with, that's going to be like, whoa, that's a low blow because that could have been my life right there. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, now you have people that supposedly be your supporters that's obviously probably Tory Lane's fans that's probably saying this bull crap, saying that she's a snitch. First of all, you already knew that he did it because who else was there? Everybody already was making it up. Everybody was already making it up, saying it and all that. She just confirmed it. So y'all can say that she's a snitch when his butt is already in jail and y'all seen his pictures. So for y'all to do that, that means that y'all are his fans and y'all trying to, you know, stick up for him. But B, it's sad that you guys are sticking up for a man that shoot a woman, especially in her foot. Like, are y'all ridiculous? Because if that would have happened to you or any of your family member, y'all would have been like, oh my God, F that dude. But when it's a famous person, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, and it's really crazy because, and also right after she got shot, when the cops showed up, there is footage of this. When the cops showed up, there were helicopters everywhere. They ordered Megan to walk out of the car, like she was bleeding, like there's blood on the floor, and like, I can't imagine how traumatic that must have been, especially with everything going on with, you know, black people being killed by the police, you know. It must have been so traumatic to have to go through that and then have to have all of these people just come at you. Like, it's crazy.
Yep, it's
I
really
definitely agree. And that's why I want to stress the viewers that may be in these type of situations. Don't be discouraged for seeking for help, just because we have ignorant people, like the people that were coming for Megan Thee Stallion about being a snitch. You're not a snitch because you want help. Okay. And we're getting ready to close out. You guys got anything to close out with that you want to leave the viewers with?
Black women are beautiful. Black people are beautiful. You should be happy. You deserve to be happy. Stop killing us. Yeah, and ladies, know your worth, please.
Yes, no, seriously, know your worth and don't be afraid to reach out and tell somebody. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. If you need to talk, know that one person. There's always that one or two or three people that literally listens, okay? Don't be afraid to go to therapy. Therapy is not for the weak, it's for the strong, actually. Don't be afraid to do that. And like I said, if that situation did not work out with the police and stuff, don't give up. Don't think that, oh my God, this is it. This is, it's done, it's over. No. Go to another person, go to another lawyer, go to somebody else that can literally help you in your situation. Because us Black girls, we got to stick together, honey. I'm sorry. This world is always trying to knock us down, but we will be here fighting till the end, until the world ends. We probably still going to be left sitting like,
Yeah. Knock us down, spoken of 10.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, well, we still here.
And guys, also not even just Black women, but yes, my Black women have been going through it, but all women, because I know that, you know, all women may be going through this situation. So this is for y'all too. We are here supporting all women. You're not alone. Okay. So if you're in this situation, I hope that you were able to take something from this channel today, this show. I want to thank my guests for coming. This was very enlightening and I hope inspirational for those that may be going through this situation. So there you have it, guys. This is where Kicking It with Blair. We're signing out. Please remember to follow these beautiful ladies and also like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys would like to see in here. Because not only do Blair truly care, Blair truly shares.